In this podcast, I'm going to demonstrate how to set the enrollment options for your Blackboard course site. To set the enrollment options, you need to go into the control panel, go to Customization, and then select Enrollment Options. Now, the default for all new course sites is self-enrollment. And there's a number of reasons why we do that, but the most important of those reasons is it seems to be the easiest for the students and for faculty overall. The setting of instructor/system administrator is normally set up for schools that have enrollment processes that are automated, where the system administrator is putting the students into the course sites. That is not the case here at John A. Logan College. Now, the instructor part of that option is the instructor could enroll students in the course. And that's something that you can do, though we recommend against it, primarily because the students create their own accounts, and we have multiple students in the system who are, same name, but as two different students, so you're not going to know which student is the one in your course, or students who have created multiple accounts themselves over the various semesters in their attendance, and you're not going to know which ID they're currently using. Another thing is it could be that the student is in the system, in the Apex system, under one name, maybe a maiden name, and they've got a married name on their account in Blackboard. So you really need to have the student identify to you what their user ID is for the system if you want to do self-enrollments. So if you have in a face-to-face class and you have a student come up who's having issues with enrollment, you could manually enroll them by asking them what their username is and enrolling them in the system. If you're going to use this option, you can match it with the allow students to email enrollment requests to the instructor. Now, once again, I give you a little warning about the use of this. It is a way that you can keep students out of your class who shouldn't be in there, maybe preventing them from enrolling in the wrong section, or there's students who haven't actually enrolled in your course through Apex. The downside is that through this request, an email is sent to your email address, and if for some reason that email doesn't get to you, it ends up in your spam filter catching it, or the email on campus is down, that message could be lost. Or if email is down for several days, which has happened on at least one occurrence, if the email is down the first several days of school, then that request is not going to reach you, and the student cannot get in and begin work until you've approved that request after having received that email message. If you want to keep students out of your class who shouldn't be there, an enrollment code may be a better option for you. And the way you would do that is use self-enrollment and then go down and require an access code. Essentially, it's a password, and you would type the password in here, and then through Apex, you could email all your students letting them know what the password is to get in. Or if it's a face-to-face class, you can let them know in class what that enrollment code is, or that access code. So that's what we normally would see as a better option for keeping students out of your course. Now, normally, like I said, we recommend that you use self-enrollment, and then if you want to restrict the dates, this is especially important for an online class, where you want to make sure that the students get in and that they start work right away. If they don't get in, maybe you want to set this, if they haven't gotten in by the end of the first week, that they need to contact you before they get in. So you would just set on the enrollment dates here. And once again, if you have a date picker set up like this, you want to use both dates. So I'm going to set my first date. You notice when I clicked on it, it set the default for the date for the day in which I made the video. I'm going to move it over to January 18th, which is the first day of classes. And then I'm going to restrict it, so if they haven't logged in by, say, within 1 week, normally I would do 2 weeks to allow them to get in, but I'll set it for a week for this illustration. And then, so I have a date here for start and a date for the ending. and the students will not be able to enroll in this course unless they do it during that time period. If it's outside that time period, they would need to contact you to get enrolled in the course, and you would need to manually enroll the students in the course, or you would need to let a Blackboard administrator know that it's okay to enroll them in the course. Now, how this is going to appear in the course catalog is your course is going to be listed, but there's going to be no chevron there, which would allow the students to pull down and select enrollment in your course. So your course will be in the catalog, but they will not be able to get into it except for during these dates. So this is a different option than using course duration to set the availability of your course. Okay, so I've got my date set here. Then all I need to do is click on the submit button, and you notice I've got a green bar here at the top indicating that my update has happened successfully. And I will go back to my main page here. And that's all you need to do to set the enrollment options for your course. Now that the enrollment options are set, I'm going to take a look in the course catalog to see how my course is presented there. And I'll go to the course catalog and scroll down to history. And you'll notice here is my course, but there is no chevron here for the student to click on to get the option to enroll in the course. So this is showing me that my course is categorized correctly, the availability has been made, and it's not being restricted by duration, because if the duration had been set for the first day of classes, then this would not be appearing here, because this is prior to the beginning of the semester. But the enrollment option has been set because there is no place for the student to enroll in the course. So the student can see it and see that it's ready, they're just not able to enroll in the course. Now the way it would display if I did not have those date restrictions on is, let me go back to my course. Scroll down to enrollment options. Have self-enrollment, but remove the dates. I'm going to click submit. Now I'll go back to the course catalog, click on history, and now I have the chevron appearing after my course ID, which then gives the student the option to enroll in the course. So that's the way you would see these various things display themselves within the course catalog. On the first day of classes, this is what you want to see, but you can remove that button by using that enrollment option so that the course is not available before you're ready to start then on the first day.